sides. So they're telling Todd, have a little patience up there. You'll soon be around that 51.
How about the right side of your screen? You saw Austin Dillon get by Matt Crafton.
And on the left side of the screen, here comes on the left side of the screen, Todd Bodine finally got down on the inside of Almirola and is looking like he might grab the lead off turn 4.
I think Eric held it wide open, so he really couldn't gain. Ricky Carmichael does get by Matt Crafton to take over the 4th position.
So out front, Eric Almirola still holding off the 30 of Todd Bodine. That's on the left side of your screen. Then a good battle back here between Matt Crafton and here comes Ron Hornaday. Those two battled for the championship a year ago. It looks like Crafton lets off.
Looked like Crafton had another problem through the bumps down there over the tunnel in 1 and 2. He shot up the racetrack. That allowed Hornaday to get underneath him. Here comes Todd Bodine for the lead.
We saw Michael Garrity slow on the racetrack in the 6th. Side by side for the lead. Todd Bodine to the inside. Eric Almirola on the outside at the stripe. Almirola still in front. But the hard-charging Todd Bodine looks like he's going to take the position in 1.
Hey, don't you think it's a huge surprise that Todd Bodine is leading a race on a mile-and-a-half racetrack, especially Texas, when he's won 5 times?
How about a guy who has dominated this racetrack? Todd Bodine back in front at Texas Motor Speedway.
He's looking to be a drought buster tonight. Hadn't won in 24 starts. The last time he hadn't won in that many. It's the longest streak of his career. It ties the longest streak of his career. Last time that happened, he came to Texas and busted off one of those 5 wins. No one's won more than here, and no one was any more confident down in that garage area than this team. Todd Bodine, Mike Hillman, and those guys.
Eric Almirola is not giving up. He's trying to hang on to that back bumper of the 30. But one of the other things about that 30 team and the Germain Racing team that has changed a little bit is Mike Hillman Sr. is here. As we see a good battle for the 11th spot.
Yeah,
Skinner and Johnny Sauter. But Mike Hillman Sr. is here. He said, I wanted to be a part of this because I know we're going to get these things moved to where we get the 30 in victory lane.
Not only is he here, he's deeply involved. He knew every detail about that truck and how it was handling, what Todd was speeding back to the team. So Mike's very, very smart and very, very involved in this team.
Go back to the lead. There's Todd Bodine left of your screen. And this is a great Ray told us about the Valvoline situation. Valvoline will be the primary for a couple races at least on this Camping World truck, as well as a primary sponsor on their nationwide car that Michael Annette drives, and associate sponsors on all Germain's trucks, cars, Cup Series, Nationwide Series, also going to be involved with their dealerships. So it's a great way for a partnership to work here in motorsports.
There's Mike Hillman Sr. Very happy to have Valvoline as a part of the Germain Racing team. Under the lights from Texas Motor Speedway. Things are big in Texas. Well, it's getting bigger here at the racetrack. Very close calls. Who will wear the hat? For 5 years, Tony Stewart has invited championship caliber drivers and friends to his famed Eldora Speedway for an all-star charity dirt late model race. This year, Speed will give you an exclusive countdown pre-race special, which will look at preparations for the Prelude, practice session coverage, and much, much more. Catch the Prelude to the Dream Countdown Show Wednesday, June 9th, 6 p.m. Eastern, only on Speed.
What a field of drivers they're going to have for that Prelude. Ricky Carmichael's going to make his debut. Austin Dillon actually tutored him a little bit in the dirt late model. Eric Almirola, that's in this race, is going to be in that race, as well as Kyle Busch.
Yeah, Tony Kanaan is going to drive there. They actually invited Dario Franchitti.
And he wanted to do it.
Yep, but he had another commitment already as far as his Indy racing schedule.
Check out this battle for second. Austin Dillon's been all over Almirola, and look who's joined him. Ricky Carmichael is having a great race. He's leading Ron Hornaday. Those 4 trucks are lined up for the 2nd spot.
He's having a terrific season. The last 6 races, all top 15 finishes for Ricky Carmichael.
But you know, Phil, I think this might be the most speed early he's shown all year long. He's persevered and hung in there at Dover. I remember particularly got a lucky dog and wound up with a great top 5 finish. Here, he's fast from the word go, and that's what you're looking for. You want your truck to haul the mail from the time they throw the green until they throw the checkered.
You know, the engine builder on that truck, as well as James Busher, and as well as both the ThorSport trucks, is Pro Motors, and they won the pit crew, the engine builder challenge back at Charlotte a few weeks ago for the 4th time in a row. They won 3 times in a row, so they had to retire the engine builders. As we see this battle right here, Austin Dillon trying to take over the 2nd position, and they won it with a new set of engine builders. Congratulations to Pro Motor.
Did they build an engine like in 16 minutes?
It ran.
Yeah.
You talked about the 4 of Ricky Carmichael running well. Ron Hornaday has been able to get by him. Is there anything wrong with the truck, Ray, or are they doing okay?
No, he's real happy with it. He loves the way it enters. He said just a little bit tight coming off of the corner for that number 4 truck. But guys, realize this is one of the newest chassis in their stable. This is number 10 that Ricky Carmichael's driving. They ran this same truck at Charlotte, and he said he just loves the way that when they make adjustments on this truck, it's able to do exactly what he wants it to do. They were very, very happy in practice and loves the way it comes up off the corner. Krista?
Ray, I want to give you an update on Ken Schrader in the number 2 truck. They are one of the teams who only took 2 tires on that last stop. They came in 12th, went out 4th. They chose track position. He was loose on that run. Schrader just came on the radio and said, I'm better in, but I'm still loose. And just as I've been talking, he just came on again and said, now I'm way loose.
And we heard earlier Ron Hornaday saying he was a 7 on a scale of 1 to 10 as far as loose. So is that because we practiced and it was 90 degrees and the sun was beating down on the racetrack, and this is really the first racetrack they've seen where the sun hasn't been beating down on?
And you know, Phil, the crews talked about the fact that the front tires are making the truck turn better, so you're going to get more grip, Rick. You're going to get more grip with the front end, and that means the back's going to be looser.
Watch this little moment right here. There's the 46 truck and the 63 right in front of Todd Bodine. Look how loose that 46 gets right in front of Todd.
46 is driven
by Brian Rose.
The leader of the race, a dominant truck trying to bust a streak. You don't want to see that stuff.
Not at all. How about this career on a 1.5 miles in the Camping World Truck Series for Todd Bodine? 52 starts, 10 wins.
He is the winningest 1.5 mile driver that we have in the Camping World Truck Series. Now Kyle Busch and Ron Hornaday are stuck at 9, one win behind him on 1.5 mile tracks.
Well, we know that Kyle Busch is going to be stuck at 9 because he's not here. Ron Hornaday is here and running well up in the 3rd position.
He's in the 3rd spot, and he ran the fastest lap of all the leaders last time by, so he's got a really strong truck. Check out this battle for the 8th spot. Schrader up on the high side, some lap traffic there.
David Starr looks like he may get the advantage. Now he's going to go way to the inside of Jack Smith in that 63 truck.
Johnny Sauter looks to follow him in the 13. Kenny Schrader also down on the bottom of the racetrack trying to get by.
Schrader lost 2 spots in that exchange, got hung up in some traffic. There's your battle for 2nd. Hornaday to 2nd. We said he had the fastest truck last time by. Takes advantage of that speed and drives around Amarola. Now Austin Dillon is going to close up on the rear tailgate and try and squeeze under him.
Look at that run through the center of the corner. Austin Dillon got a great run through the center of the corner.
And look, coming right there, Ricky Carmichael's all up in the middle of this action too. Fast trucks.
Eric Amarola chasing his racetrack or truck up the racetrack. Austin Dillon on the bottom, as well as Ricky Carmichael. Again, this is for the 3rd spot.
I like the fact that Austin Dillon had an opportunity to go in there side by side with Eric Almirola. He checked up a little bit. We've seen so many times those trucks on the inside get really loose. He checked up a little bit going in the corner to make sure he had that truck underneath him, and now he's going to try to beat him off the corner.
What a great move it was, too. Almost makes it, does he?
Tries to clear him going down the back stretch. Austin Dillon. Here comes the 4 of Ricky Carmichael. Carmichael will try to take the position away from Austin Dillon.
Ricky makes it stick down on the bottom of the racetrack. He'll come off turn 4 in the 3rd spot.
Could it be Ricky Carmichael's night in the Camping World Truck Series? He is really putting that truck on a rail tonight, able to get by trucks on the bottom of the racetrack, hugging the white line, and that truck looks so good down there.
He came off turn 4 the last time in 5th, that time in 3rd. So I like what he's doing, Rick. You know, Austin Dillon's a quick learner. He's just really impressive. Young kid that's doing a great job. But he has a lot of good instruction.
Yeah, he really does. I know Clint Boyer was very involved with this effort in Charlotte, talking to Austin on the radio during practice and things like that. All of RCR is really behind this young kid because we talk about people being a sponge. He's a sponge. He wants to learn. He knows he doesn't have a great deal of experience, and I think he's done a whale of a job.
Certainly.
We've had some long green flag runs right now. 27 trucks still on the racetrack. That means 9 are off the track. Todd Bodine is setting a blistering pace, 4.5-second lead over Hornaday. Be the biggest racing fan you can be with Verizon Championship Racing at the track and on your phone. From nationwide IndyCar driver meet and greets to exclusive peeks inside the Penske garage right on your VCast phone for your hard card to Racing Nirvana. Only from the network with the most 3G coverage, Verizon. One guy who has the field covered is Todd Bodine. 4.7 seconds is the difference between he and 2nd place Ron Hornaday.
Rick, I want to tell you one thing, though. Once Ron Hornaday got loose of that battle with Ricky Carmichael and Austin Dillon, he's been able to match Todd Bodine lap after lap in lap speed. Ricky Carmichael that time was actually faster than both the leaders, and Timothy Peters, running 5th right now, was the fastest truck on the racetrack.
Traffic is just so key here because you want to run wide open. Your foot can stay pretty much on the floorboard all the way around the track. But when they're too wide, slow trucks ahead of you, you don't know where they're going first of all. They might get to